Hello Gemini, welcome to my channel. My name is Robyn. I'm a channeler and tarot reader, and this is going to be your weekly reading from the 20th to the 26th of January. Happy New Year! I'm currently in Namibia at the moment. I will be here for a couple of months before I return back to the UK. I hope you've had an amazing festive season, and so just to let you know as well, we will do the reading for you will be quite brief, looking at what's working in your favour, potential challenge for the week, likely outcome, and a message from Spirit. For those of you who are interested in learning tarot reading, I have joined forces with Wisdom from North, and they will be releasing the Learning the Art of Tarot Reading in March. So for those of you who are interested in that, check out the description box below for the link if you want to join that community to get masterclasses. And for those of you who are interested more on the channeling side of things, we had a nice podcast release on Christmas Day with Remy from Down the Rabbit Hole. And I will also put the link into the description box below for you. But let us move on to your reading, Gemini. Okay, so let us get a theme for you. I'm choosing a major arcana for you to see what the theme for the week is that you will be exploring. Okay. Your theme is strength. So strength normally comes up when you are feeling a little bit strained, a little bit kind of tired, exhausted, but it's encouraging you to step outside your comfort zone and keep going, keep persevering further, okay? Now, let's see how that relates to your other cards. I'm using my deck here. If you're interested in purchasing a deck, you can check out my website. It's a telepathic tarot deck. Right, let's have a look for you, Gemini. Okay, we're going to basically do a cross of truth. Okay, I'll lay the cards out first and then show you. Current energy, we've got the Seven of Wands, Desire, Seven of Pentacles. It's working in your favour as the Devil. The challenge is the Two of Wands, and the outcome is the Moon. So it's going to be a bit of an interesting week for you, a little bit tricky, working with a few energies. You're starting off with the Seven of Wands, which means that you're in a position where people are kind of asking you to really evidence your ability, your work, your ethics, it's like you having to stand up for yourself. You're having to defend yourself. And this kind of is probably why the Strength card is turned up. Okay, because it feels like, well, why do I need to do this all the time? Why do I need to constantly justify myself? Okay, so it is a little bit tricky, but what you really are desiring is the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles is ensuring that you have exactly what you need, the energy that you put into something, that you're getting the same out. So this is also kind of relative to finances or anything on a material basis, because it is Pentacle card. So you start the week off kind of going, well, I'm constantly having to validate myself, constantly having to defend myself. But it also is, with Seven of Pentacles, is standing with conviction and kind of convincing others that I am equipped for what it is I'm doing. Now, this could be referencing relationships, work, maybe even speaking to a doctor if you're dealing with health issues. But what your desire really is just to get an equal return for what you put in, right? With the Seven of Pentacles. So it's not like you are asking for a lot. You're just kind of saying, well, I've put in all this work. I need some return here. So there seems to be a bit of a difficulty with regards to an equal exchange this week that's really coming to the forefront of your mind. And that's the thing that's causing you to feel like a little bit exhausted, a little bit strained. Okay, so when we talk about the Seven of Pentacles wanting the fair exchange returned back to us, it could be that perhaps you are waiting on some finances coming in. Perhaps you are in the middle of selling your house and you're not getting the offers that you think. Or you are doing, working a new health regime, but you're not seeing the efforts returned back. It's all of that kind of energy. Okay, so it's not like you're wanting a very unrealistic demand. It's not like you're being demanding. You're just kind of like, well, I'm being fair, so this is what I want. Now, the interesting thing is what's working in your favor is the Devil card. Now, the Devil card often can talk about, a bit of a toxic energy or feeling a little bit trapped. But actually, this is coming up in the positive side of your reading. And what I feel about this, although I will clarify as well, what I feel about this, let me hold it up for you. You see how that man is sort of squashed in that box, okay? The reason why this is actually working in your favor is because it's almost as if the harder it is, the more able you are to rise to the challenge. You know how you have people who are just simply survivors, and then you have people who are thrivers, right? It feels to me like this is actually working in your favor. Now, sometimes we need to feel completely confined and trapped in a situation to the brink that we have that breakthrough where we realize, okay, this is now turning a bit sort of toxic. So it's almost as if the illumination of the things that are kind of really kind of holding you down is actually the turning point for you this week, where you kind of go, okay, now I see this quite clearly. I see people around me that perhaps I need to distance myself from, or systems in the bureaucracy, social media, even social standings, where it's false, it's fake, it's not real. Okay, so that's why I feel like you may be triggered this week, obviously, with those cards coming up with the 7 of Wands. But I feel like it's actually good because you're starting to kind of have that breakthrough. I'm just going to pull another card for the Devil just to see if we can get a bit more information for you. Yeah, okay, so we've got the 7 of Swords clarifying the Devil card. Okay, so what's happening for you positively is you are noticing the structures that are holding you down, whether that's a personal situation with relationships, work, the government at large, health, whatever that is for you, right? The 7 of Swords is kind of going, okay, I see you for what it is. I see the light. It's very clear. Now I'm going to use my strategies to kind of work around them. The 7 of Swords is quite a strategic card. It is a golden card, so it's quite positive depending how it falls in the deck. This is falling into your what's working in your favor, right, this week. So you are finding new ways to bend around the system, to kind of think outside the box, to find a new sort of strategy so that you no longer feel kind of pushed down. But it is going to require strength because I feel like you're kind of exhausted. The challenge for the week is a 2 of Wands, okay? So it feels to me like you may feel a little bit kind of confused about which direction to go in. It almost feels like you may feel that you're at a crossroads in your life and you kind of go, well, I want to move forward, but I'm not so sure which direction to go in, right? Because you're experiencing duality. There's things that you want, and then there's your reality, which is reflecting back to you those kind of things that are suppressing you and holding you down. Okay, so it is a challenge to be clear on that this week, but because you're already like so busy with having to kind of bend the rules and think outside the box, perhaps you're not ready yet to figure out that next move, what happens beyond this. Just deal with the here and now first. The outcome for the reading is the Moon card. So this talks about, and we just had the full moon a couple of days ago. I'm filming this on the 15th, right? The full moon basically talks about where you feel like you may be a little bit like a lone wolf, okay? You feel like everything's on your shoulders and you're having to carry a lot. It can be quite emotionally draining, and things are very unclear, right? When the light of the full moon falls across the land, the shadows of the trees, the mountains are much larger than they actually are during the day, during the daylight. So things they're not actually as they seem, right? They appear worse than they are. And so what Spirit here is inviting you to do is say, well, try not to jump too far forward and figure out what that next step is. Just deal with the here and now. And dealing with the here and now is thinking outside the box and finding a way to disarm your opponent, your enemies, your anything that is making it feel a little bit trapped and toxic. How can you kind of weave and meander out of that? I'm just going to clarify the moon card. Thank you. 5 of Cups. Okay, so there may be a tendency by the end of the week to think, well, why did I bother putting all that energy in where it didn't work out, particularly if you're dealing with obviously the kind of devil energy, right? But the 5 of Cups also reminds us that your situation now is really not working for you. You've put a lot of work in. It's not kind of paying off. But behind you is the 2 cups that are full. They're upright. They haven't fallen over. And that represents the future. So there's something in your future that is very, very promising and will be much better than things that didn't work out. This feeling of regret of like, why did I even bother, right? All that time and energy and love and heart and money wasted. It isn't wasted. It's actually putting you in a position of power so that you can find the steps that are actually a little bit easier and more in flow. So it is going to be a bit of a testing week for you, but I feel like you are making a lot of progress with not allowing anything or anyone to overpower you. Okay, so when you are feeling exhausted, when you're feeling like you're stepping outside your comfort zone, when you're feeling like you need that extra kind of ingredient of courage, it's actually empowering you. All right, so we're going to end this reading with a message from Spirit and what you need to know right now to help you for the week. Okay, I'll wait till I get a jumper. Okay, thank you. What you need to know is no. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. Okay? So this really ties in very well to the reading. Okay? This is not the week to be beginning something new. Okay? Even if you feel like you're at a crossroads. This is not the week to be a yes man. This is not the week to be a people pleaser. Okay? It's important that you just deal with the here and now, find that thinking outside the box, kind of meander around any kind of anyone or anything that's suppressing you, and just pause, wait it out, okay, because you're dealing with enough on your plate this week. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. I really hope it helped, hope it resonated. If you did like this reading, please give me a thumbs up. It gives me, it helps my channel, obviously totally free to subscribe. If you're interested in a personal channeling or tarot reading, check out my website, robynstein.com. Information is in the description box below. Good luck for the week. You've got this. Find your power. Take care. Bye-bye.